What's the difference between an Iowa punter and a starting quarterback? About 30 yards per game. Brian Knudsen, what's going on, everybody? Fall in, add attention. You are locked into another episode of the Husker Army podcast. Former Husker wide receiver, multi-time national champ Kenny Cheatham.
This dude, y'all don't understand, this dude whooped the whole team.
Our recruiting expert and guru, Matt Sass.
Like Will Compton said, they're the school of the blind. A win is an understatement.
What is going on, everybody? Fall in, add attention. You are locked into another episode of the Husker Army podcast, where not just at YouTube, if you can, please, like I always say, if you're watching us on YouTube, make sure to like and subscribe. Really helps us out a lot in the algorithm. Leave a comment if you can. Always try to get back to you as soon as possible on there. Never been an issue. But you can also take your butts on over to the characterchronicles.com. Find all the Husker Army podcast content over there as well. Audio and video both, just like YouTube. So, and if you get a chance, please DM us over on social media. That would be Instagram, X, and now TikTok. And that would be at Husker Army Pod. Or you can email us now over at huskerarmypod@yahoo.com. Get yourself some questions in. Let us know if we're doing good. Let us know if we're doing bad. We don't care. We'll take it. I don't give a damn whatsoever. So, let's go ahead and get on rolling on into it. I am Brian Knudsen. With me, as always, former Husker wide receiver, multi-time national champ Kenny Cheatham. KC, how's it going in AZ today?
Shit, it's hot.
Dude.
That's about it right now. It's hot.
We just got through it, too. We just finally got a break. But I saw... I think it was last Monday morning. I was at work just getting ready to leave, 7:30 in the morning, dude. And they flashed the what the high was going to be in Arizona that day. And oh my God, I think it said
115, 117, something like that.
Yep, I think 117 is what it had said. I was like, oh, I looked at my boss. I go, oh, poor Kenny. He's like, screw Kenny, man. We just went through this with humidity.
Yeah, it's rough. Rough. It's been humid out here too, so.
Oh, see.
Last week and week before with it, it's monsoon season, so.
No. That was one thing I enjoyed about living in Vegas. You didn't really go through any sort of monsoon season whatsoever.
Yeah.
Although if it rained there, man, that city shut the fuck down. They don't know how to drive when it gets a little bit wet.
Yeah, it's like that out here when we get those super bad storms, but I know Vegas, when they get really, really bad rain, their streets flood.
Yeah, it's a bowl.
Well, and it's because they are not really properly set up for irrigation. I mean, not irrigation, but I mean drainage for stuff like that. You know, so.
Yeah, it's terrible there. Yeah, I loved it. When you drive there, they don't use like the gravel and stuff in their asphalt, so the streets are just an ice rink if you get any sort of wet. Oh my God. Yeah, I'll never forget that. That was the most hilarious thing I'd ever seen. All right, screw it. Let's get rolling into it, man. I mean, here it was. Big Ten Media Days is this week. The fan fest was all there. The players were there. The coaches were all there. All the media was there.
I don't know how to put this, but I'm kind of a big deal.
Including DP and then guys from 93.7 The Ticket. They made the trip out there and did their own coverage of it, man. I think they interviewed almost every Big Ten team. So they had players and everything from every team on there. Jay Foreman did a great job with Justin Evans, Luke, and Andrew Marshall. It was really cool to see how they covered it. It was nice to watch professionals at work, so to say. And here we are, man. We're rolling into the 2026 season, Kenny. I mean, it's literally right upon us. We're in August now, man. This starts to feel like December 1st to a 6-year-old, and we still have 3 weeks away till the big day. It's kind of how it's feeling. I mean, you're not the rah-rah guy, Kenny, but you got to admit, man, once you start rolling into this type of the weather of the season, you get into August, the blood starts to get a little warmer. starts to boil a little bit. You start to feel like that crackhead out on the corner of 5th and Air. You got that tick.
Shit, they got that tick all day, every day.
It's Husker football. We do.
They need that yipper 24/7. No, I'll get more into it and start feeling a little bit more of football's coming up. For me, I can really tell when it's near once I start smelling grass being cut more often. You know, that's one of the things that's a football's here. You know, that smell of fresh grass being cut. You know, so haven't been around it as much, or not really. But once you know they really start cutting and getting ready for the game, it'll you know to be in the air, and I'll start being like, yeah, it's that time. So
yeah, you know,
I
know that feeling.
It brings everything back: the camps, the tour days, the training, the hard work.
Yes.
You know? So we'll see, man. So yeah, I know it's coming back. I mean, it's just. I'm just waiting. You know me. I'm not the rah-rah dude. I wait until it gets around, and then I'm more like, okay, let's see what we got.
Well, looking back on Big Ten Media Days, you know, the players that were invited: Justin Evans at center, of course, tight end Luke Lindenmeyer, and defensive back Andrew Marshall. They were there, and of course, Coach Rhule was there. Now. It didn't really start off all that great for Coach Rhule, so to speak. He gets at the podium to start off, where every coach from the conference goes. They like to let everybody know how things are going, how the team's preparing, what they're looking forward to. We'll play you a little clip here, and I apologize for anybody that may be watching for the secondhand embarrassment that this may cause, but I'm telling you right now, it's warranted.
We'll open the floor for questions for Coach Rhule. We coach on the podium on the right side in the back.
Let me tell you. Oh my God. The look on his face, Kenny, when somebody finally raised their hand, dude, like I said before we started, it looked like he had just seen his best friend that he bunked with in college and hasn't seen since graduation, dude. He couldn't have been any happier to see somebody raise their hand, man.
I'm just going to chalk that up to that they were all scrolling through their electronic devices to get to Nebraska to find the questions that they were ready to prepare, that they had prepared to ask. And it was taking them a little bit of time because the Wi-Fi signal was messed up a little bit. So
that's great.
That's what I'm going to chalk that up to.
Fucking excuse, dude. Holy shit. You know, I could not have maneuvered my way around that one.
They accidentally all had their phones on airplane mode.
Oh, God.
They forgot to turn on the Wi-Fi.
And it's funny because I didn't watch any of this live. I went Friday night. It was my night off, so I was up here pulling clips from the press conference and everything from the podium and the panels. And when I came across that, I went back numerous times because I wanted to pinpoint it down to the second how long that was. Because some people were like, oh, it was like 30 seconds or 15 seconds. It felt like that. Don't get me wrong, but it was solid 10 seconds, just like a tenth of a second, maybe over. But that 10 seconds had to have felt like an eternity to Rhule. Because, you know, you're like, what is going on here? Nobody what could be going through his head at that moment? Like, he's looking left, he's looking right. Nobody's raising a fucking hand here. Like, please, somebody, I want to be your friend. Call on me. I want to, anything you've got to ask, I need to answer right now.
Probably like, damn, are we that sorry? I mean, I don't know. I don't know, man. Have we been that bad? I mean, I don't know, man.
It's a rough one to watch, dude. And I've never seen that happen to any other coach before. I'm not sure if it has. Now, yeah, I don't watch every team. I don't watch every coach. I don't care about them. But I don't think that's happened to anyone else, man.
Dang.
Yeah, it's rough. Look, it started rough, but he settled in, and he touched on something that's been, a huge topic all off season, and it's been the quarterback room. The addition of Anthony Calandria coming in from UNLV, Rhule splitting, parting ways, going to Oregon. So that leaves us with Anthony Calandria, Danny Kalen, and TJ Lateef right now. Those are the three main guys we got at that position. So, in my opinion, we're okay there. I think we're solid. If something were to happen to AC, God forbid, TJ can step in. If TJ ends up being the starter and vice versa, it'd be the other way around. And I believe, God forbid, something would happen to both of them. I do think Kalen can come in and manage a game. I mean, he started at Michigan State. Don't tell me he doesn't have the chops to actually start at quarterback. So he's got it. So, according to Rhule, I'll play the clip here. This is how he's feeling about the QB room this year.
I think our quarterback room is. I don't know how many teams in the country can say they have three guys in their quarterback room who started a FBS game last year. Danny Kalen was a kid that I got to Nebraska. I immediately offered. He came in, transferred to Virginia. I think he had played in one or two starts last year. Played really well. Comes back home. Danny's a true Husker, and he wants to be at Nebraska. TJ Lateef is an unbelievable quarterback. Came in as a true freshman, went on the road, beat UCLA. Went out to Iowa, pulled his hamstring, couldn't even run, and was out there just playing, giving everything he has. And I see him now. He's bigger, he's stronger. He's going to be a force. And then Anthony, we late in the process in recruiting, things happen in the portal. And you asked me a question about surprises. Nothing surprises me. I wake up every day and I say, what's going to happen today? Just embrace it. But, we lost a quarterback we thought we were going to get. We said, who's available? There were three great quarterbacks out there. We said, hey, let's bring them all in on the same day, man. We got to move. And I learned from a great coach, Steve Adazio, a guy that I love and respect. And he was at Florida, and he always said, talked about Tebow, I don't care about, anything else about a quarterback other than if they have it. And, you can't tell people what it is, but you can feel it. And I said, guys, we'll know within the first 5 minutes of meeting these guys who our quarterback is. And I remember Anthony got out of the car and watching him shake everybody's hands and the way he carried himself and the way he did things. And I was like, that's our guy. And he's a great yin to my yang. I'm old school, be tough, incrementalist, get better day by day. And he's got some swagger and some juice that is great to offset me. And I think I can't wait to watch him play. But I think any of those three guys could start at quarterback for us and can win for us. And so I'm really excited about that room.
Yeah, I've got to agree with him there. I'm not sure of any other FBS team right now that has three quarterbacks that have started at the FBS level.
Now, the guy from Michigan State, was he the backup that started a game or so? Or was he?
Yeah, he was the one that transferred to Michigan State from here initially.
Okay.
And he's from Nebraska, so.
Okay. Well, I took two things away from that. The main one being that he pretty much said the one guy is his starter. Is that what he's saying?
Yeah, Calandria.
Okay. And he's saying that without going into fall camp? With camp starting up?
It's kind of how it's sounding. Everybody's thinking Calandria's got the job.
Was he there in the spring?
Yeah. Yeah, he was he played in the spring game and everything. I think he transferred here immediately when the transfer portal was open. Now, I'll tell you what struck me, Kenny, is the fact that that Rhule invited all three of the potential transferring quarterbacks on the same day. What do you think about that, dude? Was that a ballsy move?
Double-edged sword here. I'm looking at it as TJ what are you saying? One, what are you saying about me that you're going to invite three of them in at the same time?
Yep.
And obviously you got the fish you wanted, and I'm not the guy for you. So I might ride out this year. I might play a couple games, decide to get put in a red shirt, and then transfer up out of there. So I'm just giving you all facts.
Yep.
And what are we doing? For them, yeah, if that's what you were looking for, what would make you go in the portal and look for quarterbacks if I'm supposed to be the guy and Dylan is gone? You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Don't piss down my back and tell me it's raining.
I mean, so what mindset is he in? Is he in, I'm just going to prepare and do enough to get the film out there so when I'm out, I'm out?
Yeah.
I mean,
A lot of people think that's what he's going to do after this year. If
I don't know, man.
Starts.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Like I said, I'm for the portal. I'm one of the main advocates for the transfer portal.
Mm-hmm.
I believe in it. I'm kind of happy because they've given it that window now, which they can do it in, not the multiple window. Nah, that's cool. I like that. How you did that, but I just want. If you're gonna bring someone in, be upfront and be straight up with me.
Yeah.
So I mean, like I said, you pretty much just announced it's his job to lose.
Yeah, it really is.
You kind of like glazed him up.
Yeah.
You ain't getting a yang to my, and he did this and he did that. It was all praise to do. So now I'm looking at you sideways because now you're telling me no matter what I do, it's his job regardless.
Yeah.
Okay. So, I mean, but we'll see. But at least we got 3 of them.
We do. And 3 capable. I think you're right with Latif. I think what's going to happen there is if Calandria ends up being the starter all season long, I think you're correct. I think he'll do what he has to do. He'll get better throughout the season in practice. He'll take the reps he can get. He may get in there for cleanup duty at times. There may be certain packages where it's meant for him. Who knows? But yes, he's going to put together game film, and I got a feeling because Calandria has still got another year if he decides to stay after this year. So with that new rule or whatever the hell it is, the new eligibility rules. I don't know the whole intricacies of it, but he's still got another year to stick around and play if he wants to. So if he decides to do that, I would expect Latif to take off, and I wouldn't blame him one bit. He's a hell of a talent, and I know, like Rhule said, he's gotten bigger, he's gotten faster. He definitely has gotten better with his decision making from what I've heard in other practice press conferences. So it's just, it's a double-edged sword there. Like you said, Kenny, I love TJ. What he did when he came in, being literally thrown into the deep end, into the thick of the fire when Dylan went down. To have the poise that he had, the focus he had, not just to finish out the USC game, which was not his fault for losing. I don't care what anybody says. The next week going to UCLA and performing the way he did. Now, granted, the rest of the season didn't end the way he'd have liked. And like Rhule said, he played that Iowa game with that damn near snapped hamstring. So ask Armstrong. Tommy's going to tell you it's very hard to play when one of your legs are not 100%. I think you're right. I think Latif probably takes off after this year if Calandria decides to stick around for a senior year.
Mm-hmm.
Just saying. I think you're 100% correct. That's been my fear since they were going to bring in. They said they're going to bring in a transfer quarterback after Rhule left. Because yes, I thought the same way you did, Kenny. What's TJ thinking now? I'm not good enough to take the reins, take his place now that he's gone, and you guys can build, behind me like you're doing with Trey Taylor in 27, things like that. So yeah, I know TJ's a hell of a kid. He doesn't think for himself. He thinks for the team. He thinks for what's best for the team. But you can't deny that was probably a thought that went through his head right away. Right. Any athlete, any competitor is going to think that way.
Right. I mean, like he's stuck in the middle.
Yeah, literally.
No. I mean, we got this situation with him coming in, and it's going to be what it's going to be. pretty much from what I said. And now you're hyping up the kid coming in 2027. The year after.
Yeah.
I mean, so what are we doing here? So if I were to stay, and whatever, am I going to get a fair shake? Because you pretty much offered the kid that's coming in the world, and this from the end of the world, all the world. I mean, we'll see, man. I like I said, I'm just seeing it from an angle like you pretty much announced to everyone that it's his one. You announced that it's his job.
Yeah.
To lose. We ain't even started camp yet. I might outshine him in camp.
Very well could.
But you've already put it out there that it's his job to lose. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We'll see.
You almost feel like, God, maybe TJ walked up, or not even walked up, but just sometimes watching TV, seeing Rhule in his press conferences when he talks about Calandria, makes you wonder if TJ's like a fan of the movie The Sandlot. You're killing me, Smalls.
You're killing me, Smalls.
You're killing me.
Yep.
Just saying. Yeah. So, like I said, I am excited for the QB room. We've got 3 talented guys in there, 3 capable guys in there. So, God forbid the injury bug bites us in the ass, as it tends to do at least every other season, if not every season. I think we'll be okay.
Right.
Just good. Goose Fraba. That's all I can say. Goose Fraba. All right, so let's stick on the offensive side of the ball. Like I said, they had Justin Evans there as representing the players, Luke Lindenmeyer, both offensive guys. Then you had Andrew Marshall, obviously on the defensive side of the ball, defensive back. And they're talking to Justin Evans, who's our returning center, and is poised to – he's already on award watch lists for the end of the season, and rightfully so. The strides he made last year throughout the season, he could probably easily be one of the best centers in college football this season, and I got a feeling he could very well be a first, maybe mid-second round pick in the draft next year. So they're talking to Justin, asking him how he feels going into this season, especially being the leader on that offensive line, and what he feels like his role is. And a little quick clip. Here's what Justin had to say.
Yeah, I think going into my second full season at playing center, I've grown so much as a player and as a leader, and just leaning on the team and just putting the team's best interest first. And I think I've done a great job of doing that and just accepting that role.
One thing I like about Justin there is there's no fat there. It's right to the point. I didn't realize that last year was his first full year at center. So to play that well and progress that well as the season went along as your first full year at the position, yeah, I'm looking to see him just absolutely annihilate some fucking people this year and not let anybody through whatsoever. But you hear him talk about what the team is this year, how the focus is, things like that, and him embracing that role as being the leader on that O-line. You look at, is that reminiscent of guys like Aaron Graham, guys like that, Kenny, from your time?
As far as just being like what leaders, character guys?
Exactly. Yeah, just that leadership quality.
I don't know.
I can't tell you one way or the other.
I don't know. I think because let me cut to the chase here. I don't know, because I think Aaron was cool. Aaron was quiet.
Yes.
So here's where sports information plays a big factor in everything everyone hears and thinks about the team dynamic. Offensively, we didn't have leaders. So maybe in the offensive line room, he was that way.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe in. So I don't know. Do you get what I'm saying? I mean, people think we had this during our time. Oh, the leaders, and we galvanized guys around like the 97 team around Grant and Jason Stan. We didn't give a shit about them, Stan. Who cares? You get what I'm saying? It was no. I'm saying it because it was not what people they put that out there like, yeah, that guy was not a team because it's bullshit. We didn't care. All right, dude, y'all here. You get what I'm saying? They put this narrative out there for people to believe that they were the leaders and blah 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 blah. Defense was defense, offense was offense.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone on offense self-policed their own room.
Yeah, you worried about yourself.
Yeah, we held each other accountable for stuff we didn't do. And it was like, hey, man, we gotta make sure we do this and that. So there was no one on offensively like, hey, guys, offensively, we got to do this because I don't know about that type of shit. We don't know about that. What are they talking about? So that's why when you hear me always talk about the football talk, blah, blah. Only time we all really dealt with each other outside of kicking it and hanging was the pregame. It was like, hey, come on, guys, we got to go do this. And no, that's to get hype. No one was in there like, these are leaders. He's the leader of the offense. So maybe an offensive line. He might be one of the leaders of offensive line within their room. But wasn't any lineman going to come there, hey, guys, if you don't get your ass up out of here, man. What are you talking about? Even a running back, if you don't get your ass up out of here, man, what are you talking about? Now, quarterbacks, because they had the control of the ball, that's what it runs. The offense runs through them.
Yes.
But not even them came in, hey, guys, we got it. Man, if you don't get your ass up out of here, what are you talking about, dude? So, I mean, honestly, I don't know that dynamic of, this is the leader. You get what I'm saying? So I think a lot of that in sports, they project that to the people for people to believe that's the leader of the team. And it's like, what are you? Especially me. They used to laugh at me doing pregame and they be in there jumping around. I know BJ used to say, come on, KC. I know you ain't. I'd be like, man, let's go in here and do what we gotta do. Get the hell up out of here, bro. Y'all in here yelling and talking too much, dog. Let's go handle these fools and let's get busy and let's go. So I don't know.
Spending energy when it's not needing to be spent yet.
What's all this noise, this hoopla? What are we doing here? What are we doing here? So yeah, maybe in his room, he's a leader. It's talking about something for him and the team. They're the old linemen. I mean, what can you I don't know. I mean, but then I'm not one for football cliche talk. I don't want to hear all that. I want to hear all the coaches talking players. Yeah, because the team. Yeah, fuck that. What are we doing here?
I couldn't wait to do this episode with you because you're not the hype talking guy.
Yeah, I want to hear your coaches talk. I want to hear your standardized bullshitting player talk. What are we talking about? And that's why I didn't do interviews. That's why I didn't do interviews I'm not going to sit up here and tell you this shit. I know I did one after the Kansas State game, and they were like, Kenny, when we played in '98, we ended up losing up there. The Crouch face mask game.
Was it on TV or in the paper?
It was in the I literally did the interview after the game, the press.
Oh shit.
Like, yeah, Kenny, you caught that ball, something, what's that? I said, that's what I'm on scholarship to do. Shit. What did you want me to say? Yeah, well, I saw the ball out there and I knew I had to make a big play to get to catch the ball. I said, shit, I'm on scholarship to catch the ball. That's what I'm here to do. Catch football and get my education. I said my hand touched it. I caught it. Supposed to do that.
First and foremost, I want to thank God for helping me catch that ball. Thank God you didn't come out doing nothing like that.
Nah. I was like, I'm here.
Nobody thanking God when they dropped the ball.
Yeah. Oh, thank you, God. I dropped that pass. I had alligator arms because dude was running at me and he was about to blow me up. Yeah. And I had the little arms. I got the baby arms all of a sudden, and I'm 6'2".
We call this alligator arms.
And I got toddler arms when I saw that ball coming and the dude coming at me. Yeah, all right.
I ain't getting fucking hammered. I'm not getting splattered over this field. No way. So I've got ambitions for later in life.
Yeah, so hopefully, buddy, and within his corridor is a leader for the offensive line. Maybe he's their motivator, but like I said, position-wise, when no guy, hey, team, hey, receivers, we have to do sit show out. Now we had Clown BJ, he be in there talking crazy. No, but not like he be like, hey, because he's hyper anyway. And I'd be like, man, go on, son, come with that shit, dog. Nobody want to hear all that. me and Shevin would definitely be like, man, go on with that shit, dog. We ain't trying to hear
that. Good old Wiggins. Oh man. Yeah, it's kind of one of those things that, I remember seeing and hearing Aaron Graham address the team before. I think it was the 94 Colorado game in Lincoln, telling them that you're guaranteeing when we win this game, we will be number one. And then you fast forward to somebody like Dominic Rhule, that you could tell was a vocal leader on the field with that offense, especially the offensive line. So I'm kind of looking for the same thing out of Evans this year. I don't need him to be the rah-rah guy, but I want him to be the guy that's going to wrangle everybody else in, especially on the offensive line.
Yeah, and that's probably what he is within their core dynamic.
Exactly. That's what I'm looking for.
Yeah, we slipped a little bit. Let's make sure we on the ass. Something like that. But that
exactly.
Blah blah blah.
Yeah, we don't need that. We don't need all that. But when we're on the field, yes. That's what I'm hoping Evans is stepping into this year. Like he said, second full year at the position. The center has to be that vocal leader on the offensive line. They have absolutely. To be.
They call the shots.
Yes, they're pointing out guys on the other side of the ball every fucking play.
Yeah, they call the shots, so we'll see.
Exactly. They're literally the quarterback of the offense until they snap that ball.
Correct.
Just saying. All right. Now, sticking with Evans, though, he's also talking about things like team unity, things like that, with things keeping the team together, going and doing things together, things like that. Now, you've talked about that quite a bit in your days there. You guys had the same thing. That camaraderie was there. You guys would hang out. You guys would go eat. You would show up at each other's dorms, play video games for hours on end. So how important is that to have things like that within the team? Is that something that can carry a team to be better than they were?
Yeah, if it's authentic and it's not forced. That's the big picture. I mean, we were actually friends. And you've heard me say that before.
Yep.
It's not, because we're teammates, so let's go do something to bond. And not like,
no.
Everybody on that team was actually like friends. Like, hey, dog.
You clicked.
Like, what's happening? Like, white, black, Latino, Asian, whatever. We were like,
gives a shit.
But I'm saying, people, like, we were literally friends. Like, half the time we didn't. Well, let me just not even say half the time. 99.9% of the time when we pulled up over somebody's house, we didn't even ring the fucking doorbell. We just opened the door.
Yes.
Hey, man,
it was the old school way.
Hey, what the hell y'all in here doing, dog?
Yeah. They don't knock. Doors weren't locked.
Where y'all coming from, man? We go pull up so-and-so. We going in so-and-so house. They might have been in the same apartment unit or something. We go knock on open that door. What y'all in here doing?
Which was even more convenient.
Yeah, what's up, cheats? Oh, man, shit. Going over here with so-and-so. We say what's up. All right. Shit, we see y'all in a minute. We stop everywhere. All right, bro. I mean, that's what it was. But we went fishing. You know how many hours logged? Me, Tyrone, Shevin, Tavy, T-Phrase, Terrell, and all that whole crew. We got fishing and shit.
Dude, as much as I know about you, Kenny, I have trouble picturing you fishing, dude.
I grew up doing all of that stuff. My dad's from Texas.
I don't know what it is. I just have trouble picturing you doing
rabbit hunting and stuff like that. My dad's from Texas. My dad's from the South.
Fuck yeah.
It's like when I told y'all we had the horses. Cows and shit. It blew my mind, didn't it? Yeah. But we would go fishing. We would be just doing all kind of stuff. Just hanging out.
That is awesome.
Barbecuing. Cooking, but just sitting there chilling, like literally chilling.
Yeah. And you could afford to do so back then. Even on just the crap the NCAA would think you guys could live off of a month.
Yeah, I mean, we literally hung it
What
together.
what did you say you got a month for your scholarship?
By the time I left, I think it was $435
a month.
Yeah.
As a 22-year-old?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Dude. And that would have been what, 97, 98?
My last year was 98, 99.
Okay.
Soldier's first year as a head coach, but they factored in the reason we received less than a lot of people is because they took it out of our eating twice a day.
What?
So the training table, that was deducted from our scholarship check.
Dude, no wonder you get pissed off when you see the shit they've got nowadays.
Yeah, that was deducted from our scholarship check. Yeah.
There's a Starbucks in the university.
Yeah,
that they get to use for free.
Then you had two options because you got to eat twice a day at the training table. So you could either eat the regular lunch, or if you ate breakfast, you couldn't do the lunch because it was it was either morning or lunch, and then of course dinner. But you only got so twice a day. So of course most people ate lunch. We weren't going to.
What a nutrition program.
Getting up early to do that. So yeah, a lot of that. I think back then, let me see. My boys at Arizona State were getting like 1,000 something, 1,200 something. So they were getting more back then. We were just we were on the short end of the stick. So
look, I know it's cheap to live in Nebraska, but it ain't that damn cheap.
Yeah. So think about it. We had an apartment my first couple years. It was $600 a month for all three of us. So that's $2 a piece.
Oh my God.
Then we had our little cable, and which was cable and phone. So
shit, to find an apartment for $600 a month anymore, people would probably clamor for.
Yeah. Then
especially what'd you guys have? Like probably a 3-bedroom apartment at least?
Had a 3-bedroom apartment.
Exactly. Yeah, that's minimum like $900 anymore nowadays, dude.
Yeah, we could have got like rented a house and could have went like 4 deep, and that would have been like a 4 or 5, like 1,000. Everybody had a room, kitchen, etc. But we just we had our 3-bedroom. Then when I moved out and I got my individual apartment, that was $250 a month. So that left me with almost 180 or something. So, it's not like we were traveling the world. We had our little gas money. And after football games, we got our per diem for meal money. That was $14.
Oh my God. It takes almost $30 for me to be full.
Yeah, that was
period.
$9.99 of that was waiting on Tuesday for the new CDs to drop. They were $9.99, $7.99, $8.99 at Best Buy.
You got to keep the tunes fresh, dude. I don't care what anyone says. The tunes got to stay fresh.
Yeah, so different times, man.
Or you get lucky and you find that one CD that's like so old school. You ain't heard this shit in like 15 years. It's like, oh my God, take me back.
Yeah, so that was our life, man.
Well, here's what Justin had to say about how the team unity's looking for this year.
When we see each other, even in the locker room or through the facility, guys light up when they see each other, and it's a true family. It's a true brotherhood. We love to compete. We love to play with each other. We love to push each other, and that's what has brought the team closer throughout this offseason. I truly feel that we love each other off the field, and that's going to show in important moments on the field that we play for each other because we love each other.
Now, I mean, was it kind of the same way? You guys played for each other?
Yeah, and we held each other accountable.
Exactly. You didn't worry about what the other guy was going to do because you knew they were going to do their job.
We weren't smiling and laughing and lighting up when we saw one another. We were tired of one another. And I say that, jokingly, because guess what? We all stayed together. Or we were over each other's house all the time, so there was no need to light up. Because we saw each other all the time. But I get what he's saying.
You got sick of each other.
Yeah, we saw each other all the time. So it wasn't like, oh, what's up, my boy? I was just looking at you 20 minutes ago.
I missed you so much.
Yeah, I was just raiding your refrigerator. What are we doing here? Drinking your soda with a Black and Mild on my ear. Playing, arguing over Mario Kart. I mean, what are we doing? The Killer Instinct.
Killer Instinct, dude. Jeez.
What are we doing? Me and Tavy would spend hours playing Bubble Bobble.
Oh my God, I love that game.
I mean, what are we doing? So
I wish you would have left out play with each other. I wish you would have left that one out. I ain't gonna lie, dude. I still have that child mind. So when I hear shit like that, it goes back to adolescent times. You know?
Yeah.
But it was one of those things like I wanted to edit something in with that, but then I was like, now this is an actual clip from the panel. I'm gonna leave that one alone. Maybe I'll edit something in after we record. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, it seems like it's one of those things where they do seem like one unit. The way Evans is talking there, the fact that they do hang out like that outside of the facilities, off the field, things like that. That's what you want. You need them to build that camaraderie. And especially in this day and age where you've got the transfer portal and guys are in and out as it goes. It's a year-to-year basis. And this is one thing I was worried about, kind of off topic, but Rhule didn't do so well in the NFL because he was dealing with grown-ups, that he's dealing with contracts. He's dealing with people's money. So, but he was successful at the college level because he's developing kids and things like that. He didn't have to worry about all that. But here's my fear is now college football is gravitating toward being that way, to where now you do have to worry about contracts. You've got to worry about NIL. You've got to worry about players if they have a big year coming back the next year and being like, I want to renegotiate more money. And if I can't get it, I'm out of here. So it's one of those things where it kind of worries me a little bit that Rhule could lose control of this, being it's starting to feel a lot more like how the NFL works behind the scenes. So I hope he can roll with it. He said plenty about, the NIL and how we are right up there as far as competitiveness with money and things like that. But it's one of those things, Kenny. It hit me out of nowhere while I was doing this the other night, and it worries me just a tad bit because now you're not so much dealing with just developing these kids. Now you're worrying about messing with their money, if that's something they're worried about. And with some people, it's just something you don't do.
Right. And now
it's scary.
It's no different than NFL teams signing players to contracts and then releasing them.
Yep.
It's no different. I mean,
at all.
And like I said, I'll repeat it and repeat it and repeat it and repeat it until people understand it. All the NIL has done it's giving players flexibility.
Yeah.
And I say that because people tend to say, well, I don't know what a kid's. You have no idea how it works that's why whenever we talk about it, me, you and Manuel, and I get a little riled up, you have no idea how that works on the inside.
Exactly.
A coach can retake you off your scholarship in any second.
Why is it
People need to understand that they can take your scholarship any second and you're no longer on the team. Case in point, people got mad at Dion when he took the scholarship of players that were 1 and something.
Yeah.
He said we need better players in here. It's just giving kids the chance to say, hey, this is not the best opportunity for me. Or I've outperformed this. Let's come back to the table. So I get it. People have to always understand that, kids have no loyalty. Schools have never had loyalty to the kids. It's a school. It's the institution. It's always been a productivity thing with college football.
Yep.
So don't give me, though you get your education. Just say that shit because it sounds good. It sounds good. It always sounds good. You're here to get your education. You got a scholarship. Yeah, whatever. But yeah,
what else you got?
What I'm helped bringing in far outweighs this scholarship.
Yeah.
So knock it off. Are you saying that to the guy that's on the, let's say, because he's an exceptional in mathematics who got a full ride? You're not saying that to him.
Nope.
And he's not bringing in millions to the institution.
Oh, no.
But you want to say this to kids at 17, 18 to whatever age, they're damn near 35 now in college.
I remember the days of the 80s.
Yeah, you saying this to a kid who's helping bring in money, snack bar, concessions, parking, merchandise, ticket sales, that they can't look out what's best for them. They're not going to come out of college. Hopefully they get their degree, but they're not going to come out with a job, start making that money, that amount of money.
No.
Because guess what? You're going to start off from the bottom. Well, you don't have the work experience. You need to do this.
Right.
You need to do that. So it's not all plushy and plushy. So if I have to put myself in position to make this amount of money and secure when I say future, because you go get a jackass that said that's not long-term substantial money for a generational. So you're telling, of course we know that, dipshit. But what I'm saying is, if you're telling me, because it's always somebody that says that, because I said something like that once where they say, you think that's on Twitter, you think that's generational wealth? I was like, no, you condescending fuck. I'm not saying it's generational wealth, but at the time being, when you're telling this kid to not take 300, 400, 500, 800, 600, 700, these contracts, 100-some thousand, while he's in college, 3, 4, you know what I mean? And
yeah,
put it somewhere. They just need financial literacy as far as spending and money management. But if you're telling them not to take it, or hey, they're saying I'm gonna do this and I go here, and it helps my potential to make more money and hopefully get to the NFL, but I'm making money at the same time, I'm out of here.
Yeah,
because the ultimate goal is to play. The ultimate goal is to get to the top of the mountain.
Yeah,
be in position to play in the NFL and make a living while playing in the NFL.
Yeah.
So I just don't understand when people have such a hard time. So I get the portal. I understand the portal. You have to get players now that are ready. So I'm just shocked that people aren't pulling more from junior college as much as they are from the portal. You get what I'm saying?
Yes.
The portal
is some of the great JUCOs we've had.
The portal now is junior college.
It really is.
That's all it is. It's junior college. Literally. Oh, we got film on them. They're playing. Let's pull them in.
Exactly.
Go. It's junior college. They're
like
season.
Rhule said with the QB room, they brought in 3 guys on the same day. So, yeah, it's not like those guys were going to stick around wherever they were at. Now, I got to admit, I wouldn't mind. Granted, it's probably out there in public as to who the other 2 were and where they were from or coming from. But I don't know who it was. So in a way, I'm kind of intrigued. I guess I could have Googled it and looked at it myself, but I'm lazy. I ran out of time and I didn't fucking do it. So that's why I don't know. That's the only reason.
Right.
But I am somewhat interested to know like who the other 2 were that came in with Calandria and where they were from at the moment and where they may have landed after the portal. So, yeah, I don't know. Maybe that's something I'll look up when we're done today. I don't know. I am kind of intrigued to know that. But, all right. Now, Luke Lindenmeyer, returning tight end. had a great breakout season last year. Everybody was swooning over him in the college football game. I think it was either last year or this year. His stats are amazing. He's a monster on there. Never drops the ball. And he really was that type of guy last year. He made some amazing catches, made some amazing plays. I can remember the Maryland game, the drive we had to take the lead there toward the end of the game. He had a major pickup, I think, of 20 or 30 yards. And I believe that was on a 3rd or 4th down, one of the two. And we were deep in our own territory. So it was either make that or it's done. Forget it. So he's on there. And Luke was asked, kind of what to expect from this team this year. Like we talked about, Kenny, what's the team's identity, and we'll get to the clip of Rhule when it comes to that question here very soon. But Luke was basically asked, what type of team should we expect to see in the 2026 season? And let me see where that little clip is here. Quick 19 seconds, but this is what Luke had to say.
We got a gritty team. I mean, no matter what you put in front of this team, individually or team-wise, we're going to attack it, and we're going to attack it together. And I think one thing we've been focused on this offense is executing and finishing, something that probably held us back the past 2 years. But with that focus, we can do a lot this season.
Now, I'll admit, Luke may want to work on the on-camera skills, maybe the vocal interviewing skills, maybe may not be his strongest suit, but he's a hell of a football player. So who gives a damn if you can have an interview or not? It's like they say in Ricky Bobby, racing's got nothing to do with interviews, boy.
Cowboy, look how bad he is in that interview.
Junior, driving has got nothing to do with interviews.
So I'm just saying, football's got nothing. Marshawn Lynch will tell you, football ain't got shit to do with interviews.
Ricky Ricky, yeah.
He's not sure what to do with his hands, he's not sure.
I'm not sure what to do with my hands.
Be good just to hold him down by your side. Yeah, great.
Well, we were real happy with what was going on, and at the end of the day, you got to be happy.
But what Luke says there, some of it is, your cliche stuff, your whitewash stuff, the things you're going to hear over and over again. But one thing he said to me that kind of stuck out is the things that held them back last year. Finishing strong, learning how to finish the game, which we saw. There were games that cost us like that because we just, as soon as something would go wrong, it was quicksand. Then another thing would go wrong, then another and another and another. So that kind of gives me hope, I guess, with the way Luke's talking there. The fact that they should have already known how to finish games, in my opinion, but the fact that they're learning how to minimize the mistakes that cost them the games late. So the offense, who knows, Kenny? I'm watching old games lately, okay? Like 2009 season, like I'm talking Joe Gann's days. When guys could move, they could move in that pocket. They could make the plays with their legs, extend it, create it, whatever they've got to do. And man, oh man alive, let me tell you, I'm getting more and more excited for this offense because I just want to see if Calandria is, I'm going to use a term that I guess a lot of the newer generation uses this day. I want to see if he's 100% that bitch. I want to see it.
Yeah, man. Hey, some other grown-ass man calling another grown-ass man a bitch. We got to toss hands. So if that's what these young morons are saying, boy, bless their little heart.
Well, look, to be fair, there's a podcast I watch called The Basement Yard. Two great guys, hilarious as shit, from New York. I'll tell you what, one time he came on, he goes, man, the test results are in. I had to get it done. Turns out I'm 100% that bitch.
Oh, so he was on he was on some Lizzo shit.
Yeah, I'm telling you, dude. I just started laughing so hard, man. These guys are great.
He was on some Lizzo.
If you've never watched these guys, Kenny, I think they'd even make you laugh. There's some great guys, dude.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy. Yeah, we got to. All right, we would have to get down. Let's get busy. We got to get down. Off top.
Oh, well, look, if Calandria ever sees this, hopefully he's got a sense of humor. that's all I had for him, man.
Yeah, we got.
That's all I got.
Yeah, man.
But yeah, I want to see if this team really has learned how to finish. That's always
been been the Achilles heel for the last couple of years, bro.
Exactly.
I mean,
just the Frost era. I mean, there's your coup de grace right there. You want to know how to not finish games or how to blow them? Just go back and look at 2018. Or 2019 or 20 or 21. Take your fucking pick. Any year he was here.
Yeah,
that is the blueprint of how to not do it.
Yeah, that's been the problem for years. Finishing games, blowing it.
Yes.
So
literally blowing it. Just out of nowhere. You lose it in ways that should never happen.
Bad news bears.
Now I got to admit, though, Kenny, there is one other team that I think might be more cursed than us as of late.
Who was that?
That's Florida State, dude.
Yeah.
I accidentally watched a couple of videos on them from the 24 and the 25 season. And the way they have lost games and the way that they have been blown out, you can't make this shit up. You just can't.
I'll tell you why I think they had such a hard time. I'll tell you why I think they had a hard time. I think a lot of them were so mentally defeated after they stopped them from going to that playoff because of their quarterback that it did something to their psyche. Excuse me, I'm trying to close this box that keeps popping open next to me.
Sure, but I'm taking a drink.
I think it mentally did something to them, man.
I think so too.
Because they had did all of that work and put in all of that effort to be out there doing what they're doing, and then you tell them, well, your quarterback's not here, so you can't be in it. So
and you had a lackluster showing in the ACC title game.
Remember,
even though you won.
Yeah,
you won. You're undefeated. You won your conference. You did everything the playoff committee tells you need to check off the box.
Yeah. Now,
before you can apply.
Would they have done that to Ohio State?
Fuck no, dude.
Would they have done that to Georgia, Alabama?
Nope.
Right.
No, Bama got in somehow over them.
That's what I'm saying. So it's. I think that put a dark color. Remember, I think they had 20-some players opt out of the bowl game.
Yeah,
it was somehow.
Yeah, and then they got shellacked by Georgia.
Remember, Kirby Smart even said, "Well, that's not Florida State."
They didn't play. They didn't play the Florida State team that played all year.
Yeah, he said they had 15 or 16 starters. He was like, they're not even playing. He's like, that's
damn near one whole side of the ball was backups.
Yeah, they were like, that's not.
We didn't beat Florida State. No, you didn't. You beat the backups. Yeah. You beat Florida State light.
But they had a dark cloud. We haven't.
Yeah, I didn't mean.
I can't even say we haven't been that bad. We've had our dark ass clouds too.
2018. I'm good. Yeah. Oh boy, yeah. But yeah, I didn't mean to sidetrack off to them, but I saw that and that was one of my first thoughts. I was like, I thought we were fucking cursed. Holy shit! They lost some games. I even said it before the guy doing the video could say. I was like, you can't even write this shit. Mm-hmm. And then 5 seconds later, he says the same thing. I'm like, yeah, you can't. There's no writing this. Mm. So, all right, yeah. Let me get off the topic of that there. But we've been talking quite a bit about the upcoming schedule this year, how tough it's going to be, why we're expecting a certain amount of wins and a certain amount of losses. I'll play 2 clips here in a row. One's going to be Luke Lindenmeyer talking about what he feels about the upcoming schedule. And then right away after that, I'm going to play a clip of Coach Rhule and what he thinks about our upcoming schedule. Now, let me make sure I've got these queued up correctly.
Right on.
And where is that one? Rhule on. There we go. Okay, cool. I did put them right next to each other. All right, so here's Luke on our upcoming schedule in 26.
Right. I mean, that's exactly why you play in the Big Ten for those kind of games. Every game in the Big Ten, it's tough, it's physical. You're going against some of the best D-lines and O-lines in the country. And just going throughout the season, being ready for those games come October, November, having guys at depth. The wear and tear of the season is real, especially going into our 5th year. Just really taking it one game at a time and then really focusing on our recovery aspect as well.
Well, that's the same schedule I used to recruit this team. You know, I sat there with those kids and say, like, hey, come to Nebraska, man. We're going to play Ohio State. We're going to play Iowa. We're going to play DeMond Williams at Washington. We're gonna play Oregon. We're going to play Indiana. Like, so I use that schedule to get kids to want to come there because I want guys who want to play the best. When I think about the schedule, all I think about is, are people looking at us saying, man, we got to play Nebraska? And so we have to be a team early in the year that people say we don't want to play them. And so it's like my golf game. You know, when I hit one in the rough, I always say to myself, this is a chance to make a hero shot. So great opponents should bring out your best. We have great opponents. It's our job to be as good.
I'm with them. I really am. I think that's smart by Rhule, using that as a recruiting tool, if you will. It's a questionable tool, but if done correctly, can work in your favor.
Absolutely.
And I think he did do it correctly, especially knowing what we have coming in this next season as far as a recruiting class and some of the guys we've gotten to come in since Rhule has become the head coach. I think the Big Ten really is that premier conference right now. I think we edge out. I'm sorry, I don't mean to say we. I don't like to say we when it comes to the entire Big Ten. Let me rewind that, bring it back just a tad bit. The Big Ten as a whole, I think, is probably a hair ahead of the SEC now, as far as a conference goes. Because honestly, SEC lovers love to say things like, you look at the Big Ten and you have teams like Maryland and Rutgers, and things like blah, blah, blah. Okay, cool. Let's go over to the SEC. Up until this last season, Vanderbilt, who the hell have they been? Who are they? They're nobodies. Mm-hmm. And then you let me think of Arkansas. Give me a fucking get the fuck out of here with Arkansas. Missouri. Once in a while they've got a good season, but they blow it.
I'm gonna say this about Missouri. They've had a better record in that conference than they had in the Big 12 and Big 8.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
And you're going to tell me the SEC is the tougher conference, though?
As a matter of fact, didn't they play in the first time there? They played in the SEC championship their first year?
Yes, they did. I believe against Florida, wasn't it?
That Michael Sam, those guys?
Yeah, that's right. You know how often I forget about that? I believe it was their first season in the conference.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, don't give me because there's weaker every conference has weaker teams.
Two of your other premier teams are former Big 12 teams.
Yeah.
Texas and A&M.
Well, and then you also got Oklahoma. They're in there now.
Hey, I forgot about you.
I know, so do I, because it's still so foreign to me.
Yeah. But I mean, that's yeah, so three out of four.
Yeah.
Once premier teams in another conference, and they weren't even the premier team when Nebraska was the big dog.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so the Big Ten, yeah, you can use your schedule as a hell of a recruiting tool. And like Luke said, this is why you play in the Big Ten. You want games like this. You look at that schedule, 3 games in a row. Indiana comes to Lincoln. Then we go to Eugene to play Oregon. And then we have a bye week. And then we play Washington.
Are you shitting me?
So, whatever. Then we also have Ohio State and Lincoln. Don't give me the SEC has better don't ever. You're never going to sell me on this. I don't care what anybody says. This is why I'm glad we did make the move from the Big 12 to the Big 10, because if we're still in the Big 12 and say we're somehow on top of the conference because of the departures of teams like A&M and Texas and Oklahoma and Missouri, so it kind of whittles it down to where you can be the premier team. Even if we were still in the Big 12 and running that conference, we couldn't say, hey, we're a better team than what the Big 10's producing right now, because we wouldn't be. And as we've seen since joining the conference and only having 2 Big 10 title game appearances, we're not.
Not with the new dynamic.
We're not that bitch. We're a bitch, but we ain't that bitch.
Because moving to that conference changed the dynamic of how Nebraska was recruiting.
Yes.
We had a stranglehold on the state of Missouri.
Yeah.
The state of Kansas. And we could go down in Texas and get players.
Had good stakes landed in playing in Texas, that's for sure.
And we can pluck some out of Ohio and out of Michigan.
And we could get guys like you from the West Coast out of Arizona.
So once they move there, now you're recruiting those areas against those teams.
Yep.
So Ohio State, that's a staple. Michigan, that's a staple. Now you're also competing with Notre Dame, and that's their national area scale in those areas.
Mm-hmm.
And now you're competing with Penn State. So you just went in there and started changing. So that whole dynamic when Callahan didn't pull as far as he when he stopped at Texas, when he changed the dynamic, here's a trickle down effect. He changed the dynamic of how we were recruiting. Now he did go more states. I think we put out Zach Bowman from Alaska, certain stuff like that.
Guys from Canada.
Yeah, he
pulled
Diedrich. Well, he was with me. So we pulled
that's right. Jesus. Sweet Jesus.
Yeah, Juggernaut was with me. So he
pulled
in.
I think back. My mind ain't all there.
Yeah, he pulled in some guys, but it just changed that. So, I think let's talk big picture here. The Big 12 destructed because Nebraska left.
Yeah, that was the final straw, I think. It almost killed the conference.
We left before all of them.
Yeah.
Because of Texas.
It damn near killed the conference. Yeah, A&M, I think, were the first ones to split to the SEC. Then we followed, I think, the year later to the Big 10.
No, I think we left before A&M, if I'm correct.
Did we?
Was it?
Shit, maybe we were.
I think we were the first to leave. The Missouri was like, we gone. Then that was
okay.
That was Texas. Then now they had really had all the power. And then that was them holding the conference in the stranglehold when they were talking about joining the Pac-10. Then Oklahoma was like, if Texas leave, we're going to go over here with Texas to the Pac-10.
Yep.
And then A&M was like, nah, bump that. And then when Missouri left, and then Texas then was still there, and then eventually it shifted over.
I remember they almost talked about that conference being over with, too. Pac-12, I guess, is going to have a revival, but they will not be a power conference. I didn't know that.
We'll see.
Yeah, you're going to have teams like Boise State in there now being part of the Pac-12. I guess they took like a collection of your better Mountain West conference teams and things like that. But for some reason, I don't know why, but I hope it changes. They're not going to be a power conference. So it's just going to stay a Power 4 instead of going back to Power 5.
Well, it was a Power 5 because you had the money team, UCLA,
true,
and USC, and then Oregon and Washington, but mainly USC. People forget how large USC, and you've heard me say it. People forget USC is USC.
Yeah.
Well,
Colorado should have just stayed their asses there. They might have actually won a conference title at some point.
On the Pac-10? Well, theirs was money.
Yeah.
I mean, they got the money to go to but they're in Big 12. Big 12 now?
Yeah, they're back in the Big 12.
So, I mean,
that's something I'm glad we never did, was like go back to a conference we left, because it feels like you're crawling back to your ex or something.
yeah, people make it seem like Nebraska couldn't do well in the Big Ten when they came.
Yeah.
See, and
you think the committee would treat you well either?
Yeah, I just think Nebraska gets a bad rep because of how we've been doing. How they've been doing lately.
Yeah.
No one was saying this shit under Bo when we were 9-3, 10-10, whatever.
Only on the blowout games. That was the only time people were like, "I'm sick of this shit."
Yeah. But that was a different players, different mindset, different attitude.
Yeah.
But still, they can't handle the conference stuff wasn't there. Damn, why can't we get past Wisconsin? What are we doing wrong? And I think that was all the players having a mental block. It wasn't them scared of Michigan. It wasn't them scared of Ohio State. I mean, it wasn't them scared of Penn State. I think it was just different age of players. But because Nebraska hasn't been winning like they should be winning.
Yeah,
you're not getting that. You're getting players. You're not getting that dog that was coming in.
Yep.
That dog that didn't go to the other schools. That allowed you to get the dog with the in-state players.
Mm-hmm.
That were dogs who might have had to walk on that first year at 7. And then got their scholarship outside of the premium dogs that they were giving the scholarship to. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So when you're winning and you're going to be playing for national championships, that makes a difference. It makes a difference.
Well, and coming up on this season, I think having certain players that are coming back is royally important. I mean, obviously, when you've got returning starters coming back, that is a huge boost to whatever side of the ball it is. Seeing some of the graphics, I believe they said we have 67 or 60. Oh, God, what was it? It was probably
67, some production stuff they showed.
Come back, yeah, of production players coming back, and it ranked third among either the entire college football or possibly just the Big Ten. But that's huge. When you've got returning players coming back on both sides of the ball, even though on the defensive side of the ball, it's going to be a whole new scheme, a whole new coach, things like that. But to have that many players returning, I mean, you know the importance of that. And just to, I guess, reiterate the importance of it for it, this is what Rhule had to say with players returning.
I think even watching that, it kind of hit me. That's Ja'Cory Barney, who was a sophomore last year. That was Shavers, who's a sophomore. That's Isaiah, who was a sophomore. That was Luke, who was a junior. Like, we were a young team last year, and we did some things that young teams do. We played really well at times. Sometimes we didn't play our best. And now they're all back, and they're a year older, and they're kind of weathering the storm of learning how to play while playing in the Big Ten. And so I'm unbelievably excited when I watch those guys and knowing that we'll have them all back.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of your cookie cutter cliche answer to it, I guess. Of course, you want him to come back. You good, dude? You about to sneeze?
Nah, I was just cussing from what he was saying.
Yeah, I mean, every coach wants returning players on both sides of the ball, as many as you can get, because you want that experience coming back. But it was cookie cutter cliche answer. Yeah, I get it. You're naming players that were, a year younger last year. Yeah, we knew that, coach. What else you got for us? Okay, cool. Go ahead.
Now we're in the Big Ten because we're in the Big Ten. Fuck the Big Ten. What are we doing here? At some point, look here, man. At some point, I'm going to need some of them to measure the length of their arms. I'm going to need them to look in the mirror, reach their hand down between their legs, and grab their balls from by the back of their ass and pull them out so they can hang. Let your nuts hang, man. Get out there and get busy.
You got hair on your peaches or what?
Because right now it's like they tucking them between their cheeks, man. They need to pull them down and let them hang and man up. Fucking because you're in the Big Ten Conference. You line up and you get busy. What are we doing here? Well, because it's the Big Ten. It's the Big Ten. Man, fuck that sign. That's a symbol.
Yeah.
Oh, the Big Ten is, oh. Fuck are we doing here? I don't know. like you've heard me say before. I'm gonna reiterate for all y'all listening again. This is what we said when I was in Nebraska 30 years ago, whatever the case it might be, about the Big Ten. Because Big Ten, fucking shit about no Big Ten. We will maul their ass up too. Here's one thing we know, and you tell me if I'm telling a lie. This is in the 90s. I hate to bring up the 90s like that, but this is what we said. I'm gonna go by the top schools. Ohio State gets all the dogs. Always gets them because it's Ohio State. Mm-hmm. They gonna be up there because they get the dogs because it's Ohio State.
Yeah.
Fast, strong. They go get them players. It's Ohio State.
Yeah.
But we blow their ass out the water too.
Easily.
Michigan. It's Michigan. Heavy-footed. Some skilled players, but they go get hyped because they're Michigan.
Mm-hmm.
Penn State. Steady, consistent. Mirror Nebraska, but just not as dominant and physical as us, but pretty much the same. But
yep.
It's Penn State. Respect that. Everybody fucking else was toilet water juice. So what are we doing here? So, but we gave the schools their respect, but we weren't like, oh, it's Big Ten. Well, fucking Purdue, Iowa, Illinois,
even Michigan State,
Indiana. And you know what we said about Michigan State? Let me go back. They were fourth. More talent than all of them. They get the right coach in there, they're gonna be some shit. Remember, they had Saban. And but if they get the right coach in there, because they go get all those dogs. They go get the dogs. The yes sir. They got them double. Ohio State go get the premium dog, but Michigan State was gonna have the soldiers.
Yeah,
but get their coaching together. This and that. Do people know who was on that team we blew out up there in Michigan?
Not many do. Banks being their starting quarterback, who
Flozell,
was, if I'm not,
Flozell the Hotel.
Yep.
Cedric Irvin. That was Derek Mason, Musa Muhammad. There was all kind of dudes on that team.
And I think Banks ended up all-conference quarterback at the end of the season.
Yeah, that's Tony Banks. But you get what I'm saying? So, I mean, we act like, oh, this Big Ten has just been just dynamic power. People forget the Big 8 was the bully.
Yeah, dude. You want to talk smash mouth football, and I know a lot of people like to attribute that to the Big Ten Conference, but you go back and you watch old Big 8 football, man. That was physical smash mouth.
Then
football.
Even when you went to the Big 12, you had the premium running backs were in the Big 12.
Yes.
That's Ricky Williams. That's Priest Holmes.
Forget about Priest Holmes, man. People forget about that.
That's Troy Davis. That's Byron Haspard. That's whoever we had. That's whoever Colorado had. Rashawn Salam and all those guys and whoever else is coming up. Oklahoma.
Who was the Darren Sproles over at K-State?
Yeah, that was Damon Parker, Oklahoma. But you know what I'm saying? You had.
Well, I mean, oh God, how are we forgetting Adrian Peterson?
AP. But you know what I'm saying? I'm just talking about when I was physically there.
Yeah, just the Big 8 in itself. Yeah. Peterson was definitely after that. But yeah, I get exactly what you're saying. There was way more physicality in the Big 8 and subsequently in the Big 12 when it formed than there probably ever was in the Big 10. And I'm sorry, Wisconsin. I'm never sorry to Iowa. Sorry, I can't believe I was about to say that. Never sorry to them, but sorry, Wisconsin. Sorry, Michigan. Sorry, Michigan State. You guys did not know what the fuck physical football was.
Mm-mm.
You just didn't. If they ever would have come to the Big 8, they would have known they'd been in a battle the next day.
Right.
And that was something you guys took pride in back then. Was
What it
win or
was.
lose. You knew the next day they were going to wake up saying, I don't fucking want to do that again.
Right. Right.
We need to get back to that. Just it needs to be back to that. Need to be feared again. For me, fear, being feared, it starts on the defensive side of the ball.
Correct.
And nobody should have been scared of us whatsoever last year. That's for damn sure. But the year before, with Robinson, Hutmacher, and those guys, that was a defense to be feared. 09 with Sue, Crick, Steinkooler, Prince Amukamara. Those are guys, that was a defense to be feared. So now with Orich coming in, taking over the defensive coordinator spot, bringing in a new scheme, a new base defense, you've got optimism. I think it could be better. Now we can utilize guys that will be 100% healthy on that D line, like Tyson Terry. That knee is so ready to go, and he couldn't be any more ready to go. He's about to jump out of his damn skin. So yeah, Tyson Terry, right on, right here, young man. Still got your card with the autograph on it. Damn right. And then you look at somebody like Malcolm Simpson. We've had him on the show, the young man out of Texas. He's aching right now, and they want to use him as a rush end, and he can be that guy. So I think this year, and then you've got Van Poppel, of course. So, boy, those are just three guys right there that are off the top of my head. Now, I know we've brought in portal guys. I know we've got other guys that are probably going to step up and have playing time and be on that D line. But as of right now, just off the top of my head, those three right there, that's what I'm excited to see, especially with Malcolm Simpson. I know he was a little bit banged up his freshman year, so he didn't play at all, I don't believe. So he's still got the full 4 years to go because that was, that was implemented after this whole what is the new rule? 5 and done, whatever?
I have no clue.
Yeah.
Don't me about that.
Yeah, people brought it up. I'm like, okay. So there's no more being in college till you're 30. You get, I think it's a straight 5 years to play, and that's it. You don't get no medical red shirts, nothing like that. That's out the fucking window. 5 years, you're done.
Okay.
So I think that's how, and I think the reason for the 5 year is you can have that full red shirt freshman year. I think that's why they give you 5. So 5 and done. That's it. There's no more sticking around earning this NIL money till you're fucking 27, 28 years old before you go out and fucking actually be a member of productive society. Dick.
Shit, they having whole families and shit in college.
Yeah, exactly.
It's crazy.
A whole back to school type shit going on with Rodney Dangerfield and all that, dude.
Yeah, damn near college with their kids. It's crazy. What are we doing?
Well, with Orich coming in and, revamping this defense, hopefully hell of a lot better than what we saw last year, which I think it will be. Just for a little thing right here, this is what Coach Rhule had to say about Coach Orich and how he fits into Nebraska.
As I looked at the league, and even when you think about your offense every day, there's so many quarters teams in the league, and it was originally we were kind of a 3-3-5, and to be a little bit of an outlier. And as we recruited, we kind of looked like a 4-down team. And so looking for a guy that did that, and I looked at the stats, and what he had done in a 1-year turnaround at Idaho, what he did at San Diego State was great, but really it was the tape. Like I went back and watched his film, and I watched it over. I don't need someone to convince me they're a good coach with the PowerPoint. I need someone to show me what his defense looks like, and the way they ran to the ball, the way they struck, the way they leveraged the ball, the way they, it's everything that I want and believe in. And watching him this spring, the coaches he's brought in, the coaches who stayed, really excited about being one of the best defenses again.
And that's a huge remark to make there, being one of the best defenses again. And yeah, I think obviously he's talking about the 24 defense, which had Hutmacher and Robinson and those guys. So yeah, that was a much better defense. So what Coach Rhule says there about Coach Ulrich, that's what gets me excited, because I'll play a couple clips here in a row from Andrew Marshall about what he thinks about Coach Ulrich and what he's bringing to the table. And I'll just kind of let you bounce off what Marshall says here about Ulrich and let you, yeah, exactly. Yeah, we'll just leave it at that. Just what are your thoughts after this one?
Coach Ulrich, he's a football fanatic, and I feel like you're definitely going to see that in the way he calls his defense. He runs a he runs a good we have a lot of depth, which allows us to run a lot of different personnels. So you'll definitely see that. He trusts his guys, which means you'll see that in the way that he calls plays. He'll put his players in positions to make plays. So we love him as a defense, and we put our full confidence and trust behind him.
Okay, now Andrew, there you could tell. He almost gave something away, and he knew it, and he had to pull himself back. But he is saying that Coach Ulrich has a vast amount of what it sounds like packages or looks and things like that. He had to pull that back because it sounds like that's something Ulrich doesn't want everybody to fucking know. But is that what you caught from that there, Kenny, is we're going to be looking at multiple looks and sets that's going to confuse quarterbacks and offensive coordinators this season?
Is my screen frozen?
Well, you got your hand over your mouth, so I'm assuming so.
Yeah. I'm going to say it just sounds like they're trying to buy into what's going on. I don't believe shit he just
Does
said.
it sound like he has bought into it, like talking about
Yeah,
how
it just sound like they're trying to yeah. This guy, yeah, we like what Coach doing. Yeah, that bullshit. Whatever.
Yeah.
Show me something.
Well, and what Rhule said about him, the 1 year turnaround he had with Idaho, yeah, it's Idaho. I mean, if you come in there with probably any sort of fire or determination as a coach and maybe a plan,
right,
you could probably turn somebody like Idaho around in 1 year. But what he did do at San Diego State, that really was a good turnaround there. And I did like that Rhule said he doesn't want a PowerPoint coach. He doesn't want a guy like that that's just going to give you a presentation. He wants to see what you're going to do. So there in turn, I'm even more on board with Ulrich. I was really happy when they hired him, because going back and watching San Diego State's defense and how they attacked, the type of blitzes they ran, things like that, how he mixed up a 3-down lineman set to a 4-down lineman set, bringing certain things up there from the linebacker position. It's really exciting to watch. It's a breath of fresh air compared to what we fucking watched last year with Butler's bullshit. That should be a term, Butler's bullshit. That should have been a recurring segment we had on that last year. We should have set it aside for every fucking press conference he did, and it would have just been a drop in of a title that says Butler's bullshit. Here we go. That's what you're gonna get. But I think with Ulrich, like I said, I'm always for the 4-down lineman set.
Right.
Like I did say, he could show some 3-down lineman sets, but at the same time, if he does that, he's bringing linebackers up that are basically Russians anyways. So I'm okay with that. Like Adam told me, even in that base 3-3 defense we had last year, Adam said over 60% of the time we were in a 4-down lineman set. That sucks. Because like I even told him, I was like, well, at that point, you're using linebackers as your rush ends and you're taking away from the linebacker position. You're already putting guys out of position before the plays even fucking started. So I'm excited to see what Ulrich can do. Anything's got to be an improvement from last year. It just does.
Yeah.
I'd hope.
Yeah, last year was something.
it can't be much worse as far as a run defense goes.
Yeah, last year was special.
That is such a great and PC way to put it, Kenny.
It was special.
I'm proud. It's one of those things where it's the more you know.
Yeah, it was damn, it was special.
No.
That's all I'm gonna say about that.
Your personal growth on this show, Kenny, let me tell you, dude, it is something to just in awe of.
Something. Shit.
All right, sticking with Andrew Marshall quickly, only a couple more defensive things here, but he was talking about how this team's focus is, at what they're going to try and do on defense and things like that. And then they started talking about the pressures of playing at Nebraska, which as well as anybody, it's a lot because this is all we have. So we pay the fuck attention. Yeah, we will hang on about every word you guys have to say because how else are we going to fucking know anything? But in turn, we don't realize the type of pressure we put on you guys as players or as the coaches because of our expectations. And it's a lot of pressure. A lot of people don't realize the type of pressure you have as a player, just as a player at Nebraska. So this is what Marshall had to say about the pressures of playing at Nebraska.
I mean, we use it as fuel. I mean, we love, our season opener against Ohio. Like, there's going to be 90,000 fans in the stands, and, they're all cheering for us. And so, I mean, it's like we really use it as fuel. Like, we understand that they're here they're there to see us succeed, and they only want the best for us. So, I mean, there's really no pressure. I mean, we understand that they want to see us win, and that's what we want to do for them. So, we know that they're going to come out there and support us and have our best interest. So it's our job to go out there and compete and play our best on the field.
Well, I'll tell you one thing. Marshall, you can tell he has got 1,000,001 things going through his head that he wants to say at one time. And it's just only so much can come out at a time. So you can tell he's excited to be on there. You can tell there's a little bit of nervousness being on camera, being in a suit, having the mic in your hand. But yeah, Kenny, the pressures of playing at Nebraska, is that what you guys did? I mean, you guys ever look at it as a pressure or use it as fuel to the fire?
No. We don't want pressure. What's that? And I'm not saying that to be a jerk. I mean,
no.
Honestly, no pressure. We didn't pay any outside noise any attention. We could care less. Honestly.
You didn't. You couldn't have cared less.
I don't care. I can honestly say in all my time there, one thing I never did the entire time I was there? I never read a newspaper. I can't tell you what was written about me, said about me, or anybody else. I have no clue.
Good.
I have no clue.
But you can't avoid it nowadays.
Yeah. But I'm just saying, I wouldn't know what pressure people might have said was out there for the players. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't. I honestly wouldn't know. We wouldn't have given a shit. What are they talking about?
Pressure? What the fuck is that? We just go out and play.
Yeah. then we go get back in here. We'll get us a beanie. We'll go over here to Mom's. Get us some drink or something. Get us a beer. Sit here. Get us some Coronas or something. Sit here, play cards. Dominoes. And chill. We chilled. I don't think people understand. I can't emphasize that enough. We chilled. So, like I said, if anyone was saying something, we wouldn't know. I can't tell you that because I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know if Fuzzy Wuzzy had a beer and Fuzzy Wuzzy didn't care because I wouldn't know. I can't tell you. What is Fuzzy Wuzzy talking about? This is about the most you get from me.
Fuzzy Wuzzy wasn't funny. I mean, that's all I got.
Yeah, what's Fuzzy Wuzzy talking about, man? I mean, we didn't care. We didn't care.
fuzzy wuzzy these nuts. That's all we care about. I mean,
Yeah.
it doesn't matter.
Yeah, all we did was harass each other. Like literally, like people hear me saying, and they're gonna keep hearing me saying, like we literally harass the shit out of one another every day.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Like, what's up,
It was a
dog?
brotherhood, dude.
Yeah, like, what's up, dog? I mean, like, literally.
Well, it's like you said earlier. At times you guys got sick of each other because you saw each other so much.
Yeah. Wrestling. Little kid shit. We did little
Oh my god.
teenage boy shit as young men.
Look, that's what guys do.
Yeah.
We take a little while to grow up.
Yeah. Hey man, what y'all doing over there? Nothing. All right. I mean, like I said, if people hear it, like we were all this super grouper. No, but that's the type of shit we did. We did silly shit. Hey man. Yeah. Hey, I want to run up here to the KFC over here, the buffet. Yup.
Yeah, buddy.
Let's go.
Dude. Mashed potatoes and gravy, slather that over a fucking chicken breast. Oh my god, dude.
We'd be over there at the KFC buffet harassing each other. Yeah.
Yeah, you're making KFC bowls way before they even thought of that shit.
Yeah, well, they're chilling. Yeah, I want to go over here to the American buffet off corner. Yeah.
Oh.
You know, we go over there and do what we do. Yeah, I want to go over here to stuff. Yep. Was
USA Steak Buffet a thing in Lincoln when you were there?
Is that one over there by the old Target? No, Cornhusker.
Shit, like I said, I don't even know if there was ever one in Lincoln. I know there was one in Omaha. There was one in Fremont.
Was that like the buffet? The USA Steak place had like the flag stuff or something?
Yeah, and you could go in, you could get fucking nonstop little like 8-ounce steaks.
Yeah, that was there, I think.
My God, dude. Let me tell you, I miss that fucking place.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. I mean, so our mindset was totally different. Our team dynamic was totally different. Our brotherhood was totally different. Like when I say it and I emphasize, like we literally kicked it. Hey, people, we literally kicked it, and like literally chilled and literally did stuff. And literally, football was football, but outside of football, that was it.
Yes, you guys lived your lives. You didn't let football consume everything.
Nah, got stuff to do.
Yeah, even as much as I love football, it didn't consume everything of my life. So I can't imagine how miserable somebody could possibly be if it did. To live and die by the sport? Oh, boy. You're asking for a lot of turmoil in your life. A lot. Right. Especially depending on who you might be a fan of.
Right.
Oh. All right, so we'll get close to winding her down here. We're going to play 2 clips right in a row. One's going to be Rhule talking about new offensive line coach Jeep Wade and his impact so far and kind of what the thought process was bringing Coach Wade in. And then the next clip right after that is going to be Coach Rhule talking about what improvements he thinks have been made as of right now to the 2 biggest question marks going into the season, and that's defensive line and offensive line.
Right.
After those clips, we'll give a brief conversation of what we think about that. But after that, Kenny, to finish off, it's gonna be the one thing that you talked about. I think it was our last episode. What is our fucking identity? Jerry DiNardo, or whoever it might have been on the panel for Big Ten, finally asked that question as to what's this team's identity going to be in 26? So we'll end up finishing on that clip because, like you said, you in that last episode, you have no idea what our identity is, and I'll let you get to speak about what Coach Rhule thinks it might be this year before we end the episode. I can't wait. Oh, boy. All right, so like I said, here's Coach Rhule on new offensive line coach Jeep Wade coming to us from Georgia Tech.
And Jeep made a living at Georgia Tech running, the old counter tray play.
Yeah.
And even putting that in this spring and watching our defense try to handle it, it just presents so many challenges when you have a quarterback who can also pull the ball and run it. So you got a gap scheme going this way, you have a quarterback running this way, and they won a lot of games at Georgia Tech doing that, and Jeep's bringing that to our offense. this is the best we've had in those areas. And on the defensive line, you know, we were 2 years ago on defense, we were great. We had Ty Robinson, Nash Hutmacher, great players. But just depth-wise on the D-line, we have a bunch of guys we feel like have developed. And it takes time sometimes, right? You know, we have a Riley Van Poppel, you know, entering his 4th year playing for us. I think he's going to be a great player. And we brought some great players in. You know, Anthony Jones, Owen Stallmeyer, like guys who play a lot of football other places with our own guys that we've kind of raised. And offensively, offensive line-wise, some of those, you know how it is, Coach. Some of those kids you recruit 2-3 years later, they're ready to play.
Yeah.
And so this will be a big, stout, physical O-line that can both pass protect and run block.
All right. So we hear that there. Of course, I like what he says about Coach Wade making a living at Georgia Tech off the counter trade and all that. And that's what we want. You know, we'd like to see our offensive line being able to open up holes, being able to push guys 10, 15 yards downfield without getting a damn penalty. That would be Pritchett, Minnesota. You remember. I won't let you live that one down. But, yeah, I think what Jeep Wade's bringing in with this offensive line, we have returning starters in Grant Bricks, Justin Evans, Pritchett, and then we brought in guys like Black and Tree. So then not to mention our freshmen in Claude and Puma, Rex Waterman, Hayden Ainsworth. They said Claude could possibly see some playing time this season. Well, let's think about it. I'm pretty sure he was a 5-star offensive lineman recruit. So the chance he could see some playing time, it doesn't surprise me at all. But then you hear Rhule talk about what he thinks the improvement has been with the defensive line and the offensive line. And him coming right out and saying that he thinks this might be the best group on both sides of the ball in that position that he's seen since he's been here. I mean, what is it, Kenny? Is it, I hate to say this, but is it more smoke up our ass, or do you think he's being genuine that this might be the best D and offensive line that he's seen in his time here?
I think it might be the best offensive line he may have seen since he's been here. It's kind of hard for me to get a base and judge off the defensive line.
Yeah.
Because we were running that Tony White to whatever transition guy defense.
Yep.
You know, I like 4 people down with 3 backers.
Same here.
I don't like the other stuff. Or you go 3 and 4, a 3-4, traditional 3-4 or 4-3. Either do that or you know, with the nose, the 2 tackles, Nebraska, you know what I'm saying? Or hell, even go if you want to go even fresher, go 4-4. I mean, something like that. But you know, where you got 4 and 4, but the 4th backer is pretty much a hybrid safety, well, what we would call our wheel, you know what I mean, that can cover. So I mean, it's pretty much a safety up in the box. So I mean, I don't really know defensively, offensively, maybe if what they're saying is happening is occurring. But for me, it's once again, it's wait and see.
Yep.
So I just have to see it. And up until then, it's all words. Until I actually see gameplay and see it consistently. I don't want to see it in spots. I need to see it every play, every down, every game. Not this game we look like crap, but the next one we look like world beaters.
Yep.
It needs to be consistent. If they're consistent and the offense is consistent, then it opens up everything else. Can't get destroyed on the pass rush on this thing as offensive line, and in this game you dominate a lesser opponent, and you look like the offense is, you know, Houston Oilers and the Houston Cougars, you know. And then defensively, I mean, you can't get blown off the ball and be 5 yards back every time you're running the ball, and then the next game look like a world beater getting to the quarterback. I mean, so for me, consistency is what I need to see from top to bottom, and we haven't been consistent as a team in some years.
That's been a while. Yeah. Consistency has been something that has eluded this team for quite a while now.
Correct.
And I'm with you. offensive side of the ball, I think you're right. He's probably not blowing smoke up our ass with that one. This probably is the best. Maybe, okay, we can't quite say best yet from our perspective because we haven't seen it yet. But as far as experience goes, this has to be the best offensive line he's seen. Now, defensive line side of it, I don't think he's blowing smoke up our ass on that one because having guys back, like Van Poppel coming back, and now guys that are 100% healthy and can contribute, like Tyson Terry and Malcolm Simpson. And then, like he said, the additions that we got on the defensive line. So we're going to be able to stay fresh there and rotate guys in just like the old days. That defensive line, the whole defense, just like the offensive line, never got tired.
Right.
One, you guys were conditioned for it. For two, there was so much fucking depth there, you couldn't get tired. You need a breather? Bring the guy in behind you for a few plays, then get your ass back out there.
Right.
It was a way to keep everybody fresh, and I hope that's something we're going to see this year, to where maybe Tyson Terry and Van Poppel can be out for a couple plays, maybe 3 or 4, and whoever comes in to replace them, there's no drop-off. If anything, maybe there's a pickup. Who knows? Maybe they just, for some reason, can beat that guy across from them a little easier than the other guy could that day. Who knows? You never know what it is. So, yeah, I think offensive side of the ball, yes. I think Rhule's correct. I think he's being truthful with us, 100%. Defensive side of the ball, I'm with you, Kenny. We got to wait and see. We don't know what we really have yet. New coordinator, new scheme. We just got to wait and see. All right. Now, Kenny, here it is, man. This is all for you, brother. We're gonna send the show out on this one. So I'm not even going to comment on it after the clip plays. Only thing I'm going to say toward the end here is whenever you're done, I will give our sign off, tell people where to find us, and get the hell out of here. But this is something you wanted to know, Kenny. Like I said, last episode, you were wondering, you were asking, what the hell is this team's identity? We don't know. And you were right. 100% right. We don't know. We haven't known. We still haven't figured it out for a long time now. But finally, somebody on the Big Ten panel asked him, hey, Coach Rhule, what is this team's identity going into 26? Well, Kenny, it's only 32 seconds long, and I don't know if it's going to answer it in the way you're hoping. But here you go.
Well, you got to go prove it on the field, you know. I mean, I think like every team you have, you know the identity you want, but you have to be good enough to actually be able to do it versus another team, right? And you have to be able to execute it. But I'm a simple guy. Like, I want our team to go out and never beat themselves, you know, play with great execution, be really physical, make explosive plays, and win the situational battle, right? To me, that's how you win. And so with the O-line we have, with the D-line we have, with the quarterback we have, with the playmakers outside on offense, this is who we want to be. We want to be able to run the football when we want, and we want to be able to make big plays in the passing game.
All right, Kenny, floor's yours.
You know, my energy level is low. I've taken all the kicks, and I'm on the second round of the game before I get to TKO. You know, so this team is beating the life out of me for a lot of years. It's like Street Fighter, and Ryu is giving me the Hadouken! Yeah. And it's like I'm taking long kicks from their house and from everywhere and long punches at their feet. So to me, it just sounds like it's a wait and see. We're going to figure it out as we're playing. That's it. I don't even have the juice to go off on that.
I love it. Full disclosure, I did show Kenny that clip before we started recording. So I did give him a little bit of a heads up because I wasn't sure if that answered it for you or not. So I at least wanted you to have a sense of what he said before I actually played it for you, just in case. So, all right. Yeah. Like like I said, I got nothing for it. That one was for you, dude. So let's get the hell on out of here, dude. It's almost 2 hours long now at this point. The Big Ten Media Day episodes, they'll probably take this every fucking time. Just because there's so much shit to pull from it. And dude, I went over probably about an hour's worth of footage. And the longest clip I pulled out of 18 clips that I pulled, the longest one I think was one of Rhule's clips. It was 1:48. It just takes time. I really hope things are about to work out in the way the fingers are crossed for the podcast moving forward here soon. And I won't have to worry about this part of it anymore. I've got to pull clips. I've got to edit. Now, I will say this, though. The editing part of it, I actually do enjoy because that is a creative side of my brain that I have a lot of fun with because I love comedy movies. I love stand-up comedy. So I love throwing little clips in there that are a funny, quick break, you know, like the Spaceballs clip where he called Scott Frost an asshole. It's just things I love to do. If it's something that'll make whoever's watching or listening in that split second laugh out loud, I did my job. I did what I set out to do. So I have fun doing it. I can't wait to go back over this and find out what the fuck I'm going to put in this. It's hard telling. I had so many ideas as we've gone along, Kenny, this whole time, but as of right now, can't think of a single fucking one that I had slotted in the memory bank. So I'm just gonna have to go through, watch the whole fucking thing again, and hope to God it hits me again. All right, let's go ahead and get the hell on out of here, Kenny. Been a long enough episode. Oh, my goodness. All right, so here's the sign-off as usual. Everybody, you know the deal. If you want to follow us on social media, check us out on X, Instagram, or TikTok at Husker Army Pod. And if you're watching on YouTube, just please make sure to like and subscribe. Helps us out a lot in that algorithm. If you can, leave us a comment. I love hearing and seeing what you guys have to say. I usually get back to you almost immediately. Whenever I see them, I apologize. I work overnights, folks, so I'm usually sleeping during the day. I apologize if I don't see it till at night. But leave us a comment if you can. We have a lot of fun with it. And then if you want to become part of the show, so to say, go ahead and DM us at any of our social media accounts. Or you can email us now at huskerarmypod@yahoo.com. And lastly, you can find us always over at the characterchronicles.com. All the Husker Army podcast content, audio, video, it's all over there as well. Great website to be a part of. Always love hearing Adam throw the bones. So, shit, Kenny. That's it, brother. You ready to get the hell out of here?
Yeah, let's do it moving.
Yep. Go enjoy the rest of your Sunday. I'm going to get to editing this shit and hopefully catch a nap before work tonight. And that's pretty much it. So let's just shut her down. One last thing to do. You know what that is. Husker Army, Husker Nation. At Ace, you're all dismissed.
That's what's up.